Hello everyone and welcome back to Fournilwrittenalloverit, and if it is not a welcome back then please do consider subscribing down below because next time it will be a welcome back. If we can get anywhere near 150 likes on today's video then that would be greatly appreciated, and today is a video that I think has needed to be made for quite a long while now. If you've been here on the channel for a while you will know that we've had a series lingering around in the background which started back in July 2020. We began with what needs to change at Pompey before the season that we're currently in started. That was followed by two very strange videos in which I seem to believe that Pompey would win promotion this season. Remember those days? And now we're sitting here today with a rather cyclical structure in front of us in terms of I feel like we're right back where we started. Back in July I was a massive advocate and I urged the players to show a bit of passion for the football club they were playing for. I was also an advocate for the management to follow suit as well. For one reason or another, I'm not going to criticise the players in this video. I'm to a certain extent not going to criticise the management of the football club either. I'll leave that for you to do in the comments section down below. But what I will say is that having weighed up the positives and negatives on both sides of the fence in terms of the view of a reshuffle, alongside the significant nature of the next few weeks in League One for us as a team and a football club, and I think it is imperative to stress that clearly something isn't working. I said it on Tuesday night in the stream and I'll say it here again, but the team looked probably the most disjointed group of players that I think we've seen all season, and for quite some time actually. I remember mentioning in previous videos about the cohesion that the players were displaying, as well as how much of a tight ship was being run in terms of the relationships that the players had built up between themselves. A delicate, however obvious rapport that the boys shared, and that was frankly nowhere to be seen on Tuesday night. They did look like complete strangers to one another. Whether it was that confusing lineup that was drawn up in the sand before the game, I say drawn up in the sand because it was very much washed away within the first 20 minutes, which sadly did cause even more disjuncture and confusion within the team. Or whether the point can be argued that we've played too many games in such a short period of time for this team. But to think we were challenging at one point, I know it feels like a really long time ago, but at one point we were a team in this league that many people feared, and we were expected to be in and around there for automatic promotion to the second tier of English football come the end of the season. For that sort of team, which is what we established ourselves to be, we should be more than happy to play twice a week in a league that we should be much better in at the minute. There have been way too many examples of games that we've rocked up and been absolutely dissected by our opponents on the day. Tuesday night and that horrible evening a couple of weeks ago back in Bristol, to give you two examples. It is still just shy of a quarter of the season rolled out in front of us in which we can bring about some sort of change, but the stagnant rinse and repeat football that we have had the misfortune of watching over the last couple of weeks is not going to work for the run-in. Immense credit has to be given to teams such as Lincoln City, Peterborough, Sunderland, Hull, and to an extent Ipswich. All these teams have picked up results in the last couple of weeks. After, painfully as a Pompey fan, we sat and watched these teams stumble up around us when we could have been sailing off into the championship sunset. It does really feel like a league jump is a pipe dream right now. We all know the notorious nature of the playoffs of Pompey and that almost comical stat that we are still yet to win a playoff games in the history of our entirety of our appearances in the playoffs. And it is especially upsetting to see that we are this far down the line in a season which I thought was going to act as a proverbial walk in the park for us. It is seemingly ominous that our 11-year stay out of the championship is going to exceed the 12-year mark now. And just think about it, children that were born in 2008 after we last won the FA Cup are now teenagers. Kids who were born when we dropped out of the Premier League can now learn to drive. And if you think about it, people who were born before we were promoted to the Premier League can now buy a drink. Just bear that one in mind for a minute or two. Finally from me, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that we're all out of hope for the rest of the season. Teams will stumble once again, because they always do. There is still ample opportunities for teams around us to run out of steam come the run-in. And of course we could be looking at a completely different league table come the beginning of May. But as we all know, time is starting to run out very, very quickly. We had some fantastic responses on Instagram when I put out to ask Pompey fans how they're feeling about their club at the moment. I've tried to encapsulate the majority of the points that were made. Pretty much everyone is in agreement at this moment in time. Something definitely needs to change. I've flashed a few up on the screen there as I was talking, but thank you very much if you were one of those that put your response in. That we had loads and loads, so I'm really sorry that we just haven't got the time to go through each of them individually. Thank you for watching, and we will see you on Saturday for our stream against Northampton Town. Be great if you could join us for that. We've got a trip to Wembley, we're playing Sunderland, Peterborough and Ipswich all in the next couple of weeks, so definitely stuff to look forward to. So just get subscribing right now, so therefore you won't miss a moment of it. But that is all we've got for you for now. Keep the faith, and of course, play up Pompey.